Hello, I have finished Nicole's bucket list mini album for Life on the Scrap Beach Partner Swap. She sent me a list of 10 bucket items and I sent her a list of 10 and I've completed hers. I've added the charm that I did the tutorial for. I tried to represent several of the items on her list in this charm, but there's already a tutorial, or not a tutorial, I'm sorry, just a video out there. I'm going through what's on the charms. This is the cover. Tried to keep with this yellow and black theme. Took a Prima Rose that I colored up with a Stampin' Up marker. I love this buy 'em white and color 'em whatever suits your project. I made a stick pin. I didn't have the music note or the piano really represented in a good way on the charm, so I added that to one of the little bottle caps up there. This is a beautiful bling that I think brings in the Spanish element. And just some little white flowers tucked in there. Some nice ribbon, handmade paper that's also flocked, and then I've matted it on a piece of white with the EK Success punch scalloped on the edge. I've tied it, I've used a ribbon closure to seal it up. So my theme was Mission Impossible or Mission Possible because I needed to keep them somewhat similar. So each page has one of the items on her list, and this first page is to see Italy. And I've added the Colosseum here, cut out with my Cricut. This is a paper clip that says Adventure. And then everything has a tag, and once you see the tag, you see more of the item. But I just couldn't figure out a way to get it all to coordinate without doing it in a color fashion. So everything has a nice big generous tag so that when she gets there, she can put that one photo and check it off her bucket list. The next page, she wanted to dig and find gold. And I added a couple of pockets on this one with some punches. This gorgeous ribbon I found that was absolutely perfect for this project. This little file folder, I gave them all a name. If you were on an assignment, what would the name of it be? And I called this one Eureka. This one, whoops, I stamped a bit Treasure of the Moment. I thought treasure for gold made sense. There's a pocket there, and then a mat. This one I used a Tim Holtz mask and used a glimmer mist around it in gold, of course. It also has a bigger pocket over here with the tag. I added a little stamp with some gold bling. Then she wanted to swim and then scuba after she swims. So this one has a pretty little water-like pull on it and these gorgeous under the sea journaling tags from Making Memories. And then I found this little swimmer for the swim side. Her bathing suit was red, but I've colored it blue-ish to match. So she has room for a picture, she has room to journal. This little folder is called Swim. I used my Perfect Pearls on here, stamped an image on with the Versamark, rubbed it on with the Perfect Pearls, several different colors to give a watery shimmer effect. Then I stamped a big fish from a Graphic 45 stamp and embossed that, and it's really, the feel of it's really quite nice. Some fish and a little yellow bikini in the Swim. This is a paper bag mini. So she's got a little room to add a bit more tags and photos as she goes. Us scrappers always need a little place of our own, even when somebody else makes it for us. So the scuba side, I took some stickles and waved them on different colors, blues and greens and yellows, to give a water look. A pretty water paper inside of there. And this tag has a sand dollar on it and a snorkel mask from K & Company. Room to journal, room to put a picture. This was the hardest page of all. She wants to learn how to speak Spanish, which is a perfectly admirable goal. But there's not a lot in the scrapbooking world in Spanish or about learning a language. So I've called this project Habla. And then I found a piece of Dora the Explorer, and this one it says we have much exploring to do. So I thought that would fit a bucket album. It's a little lift-up page, so she's got nice big space there. On this tag, I added some pretty Recollections flowers and a big bling. And I forgot what this says. I don't speak Spanish. It's not on my bucket list. And then another one of the little quotes from Dora there. So when she learns to speak Spanish, she can tell us all what it says. This side is to see the big cats in Africa. In fact, I went out and bought this folder with the excuse that I was buying it for her, but we all know I bought it for me. A leopard print Cuddlebug folder, and I called it Cats. I have a leopard print is not hard to come by in my scrap room at all. Leopard print binder to hold that one together, and I thought this was awfully cute with the cat, with the footprints. Eeks, I might lose my little black here. So there's her folder. This one also has a pocket. And the pull tab on this is another one of those beautiful glass beads that I used in the charm. I just think they're so lovely. Found those at Joann's. More of that paper with the paw print and a really nice Jolene's big cat on there. He's very textural and soft and fuzzy. A little bit more of the embossing on the back. She wants to learn to play the piano, so in this black and white color theme, I left it a little bit more black and white, added some music notes, some gorgeous graphic 45 paper, and then the tag for this one is some graphic 45 paper and a nice big piano stamp. This is Recollections paper, that black and white that I use so often. Added a little bit of corner punches on this tag to make it a little more elegant. And then a black spiral for the pull on that. Another one of the little pockets she can decide what to do with when the time is right. And the black horse, whose name I couldn't remember in the charm video, she's going to call him Dark Knight when she gets a black horse. And this is a little more decoration on the front than I did for the others, but I just thought it was cute and it was white. Added some horseshoes. And then some hay. She's going to need plenty of hay if she's going to have a horse to feed. And then this tag has, this is hard to find. I could find horses in all kinds of colors, but I couldn't find a black one, but I finally found him. And then in the back, I had this horse stamp, which is just gorgeous, and I stamped it with a Versamark and embossed it in white. Gave it a little bit of corner detailing there. Then she wanted to go really fast in a race car, so I called this project Zoom Zoom. Held it together with a spiral clip that kind of looks like a tire, and I drew a tire or a road on here with a silver marker. And some street signs for the paper in there, which I also repeated on her tag. And then the last page is a view. She wants to go into space and see the Earth from up above. So on the inside of this is a bit of a space kind of print. And I used a button that actually was in a Christmas present that I thought looked a bit global there. Called this project a view. And this tag, this also is a pocket. There's two pockets in here. This tag has a cutout from my Cricut. Yellow on the back with a little corner detailing there. So every page has a place to do a little bit of journaling, add a photo, maybe put some little notes about what it took to get to that goal or what have you. So, but there's all 10 of Nicole's bucket items, and her mini is all set to go. I'll probably pop that in the mail this weekend. Thank you so much for watching.